I'm not sure what I want to talk about, but the truth is I'm here in Washington, D.C., and it's my first time I've ever been in Washington, the second time I've ever been in the U.S. And I don't know, I just was there reading that address at Washington and looking at all those memorials, and behind me is laid out the whole National Mall with the Capitol on one end, and here where I am at the Lincoln Memorial on the other. And I just walked half the span of it, and I don't know, I'm pensive. I'm thinking about democracy and freedom and all those ideals and values that we seem to want to share, and that have brought us so far. That we today live in a world that has, in almost every regard except the climate, it's better than it ever was before. Less people suffer than ever before, and more people can choose what they want to be and who they want to be than ever before on this world. I'm surely privileged to be born in this age without catastrophe. In my lifetime, there was never a call to go to war for me. And so that is, I know I'm pensive. I'm looking at the White House over there and think about the political climate at the moment and the way that we behave towards each other. And I think what a great achievement of freedom is, how many people have bled and fought for it, against oppression, against dictatorship, against all those things that oppressed them into a certain career, into a certain line of work, into a certain race or gender or class. We're so free. I wonder sometimes if we even notice, or if we have to take it away again before we notice. It's one of those things, like security and meaning. One of those things that you barely notice while you have them. But you'll notice terribly when they're away again. Like somebody wonderful with whom you've been with for a while and you just forgot, right? You just stop to look and appreciate it. This is not taken for granted, It's not. It can go away again if we let it. And I think we have to all look in our own hearts and ask ourselves, do we appreciate the freedoms that we have? Do we appreciate this great security that we have? This peace? Do we appreciate it? And if something takes it away from us, are we aware? And do we then fight smartly and make good decisions, or do we just rage against it? Of course we should rage. But couldn't we be smarter than that? Couldn't we just, be more aware of what this is, what this means, what it entitles us to be? What kind of legacy we could build? I just wonder. Maybe I'm just tired and jet-lagged and a bit moved by all this history around me that I seem to try to appreciate it. It's really I try to. Maybe it's just that. Maybe I just look at all the failings of democracy and all the ways that it can go wrong, and how the great experiment of shared information with the internet has not yet made it arise more beautifully than before, but has given it an edge of showing the ugly face of how quick we are to build boxes, how quick we are to entrench each other in certain kinds of ideas and aspects of ideas. They were never meant to be that entrenching, I think. Just because we're so free, we crave for the security of those labels so much that we kind of are very quick to be in our echo chambers and bubbles and confirmations. And I just wish we could fight that together. If we could build bridges and share again and give each other a hand in understanding each other. We're so quick to be angry about not being understood. We're so quick to be um, to feel entitled that certain things should be given to us, that certain things should be understood about us. But is it not on us to make the effort to get other people to understand? It's not on us to share that more clearly, and then to appreciate that we have shared it and that we do know each other better than before. I long for a world where this gets easier and where this just gets more natural, where our mean instincts of tribalism and our fear to lose our security and our anger at losing our freedom and our big sadness at not really getting a meaning handed down to us, in which this all can become more meek and more soft, and in which we might arise and feel the safety that we have in the relationships that we have built, and the freedom that we have and the autonomy that we actually do give each other and can give each other again and again, and where the big quest to derive our own meaning and understand our own meaning, not like something fated and handed down to us, but as something that we are questing for, that we are creating, that we are crafting out of the lives that we do live, of the choices that we do make. I long for such a world, and I hope I do my part in trying to create such a world, at least around me and in the circles of my advocacy. I will try to do so. I have tried to do so, and I will now, inspired by this. Actually, I have to admit that I'm inspired by all this history around me, and I hope that when other people in other centuries will look back on this age, that they'll be moved by our history, and that we will have crafted something incredible and lasting with each other for the future that we have to preserve. And I think that brings me full circle to why am I still in education? Why am I still helping people with personality development? Why is this my shtick? And I think it is because I care deeply about the future, and I want it to be good, and I want it to be fun to go there. Let's go. It's not too late. There's always a future as long as we're still here. And we are still here. So stand up, huh? Stand up and let's create that future. I sure will try to do that.